You're watching Friday Night Football Fever with Pete Byrne and Carl Deffenbaugh. Presented by TCU. The hits start now.
Good evening, everyone. Pete Byrne alongside Carl Deffenbaugh. Welcome to Friday Night Football Fever. It's week 3 for the high school season in Indiana, and because it's Labor Day, most of the Michigan schools played yesterday, Carl, so it's pretty much a Hoosier affair tonight, and we've got some good rivalries.
Including some new rivalries. Jimtown and Central, two schools that are separated by just 6 miles, yet had never met on the gridiron until tonight. Jimmy's coach, Mike Campbell, loves the cameras, of course, said he'd only ever been to Rice Field for fireworks, and we certainly had some of those tonight. Central was down 15-0 in the third, but they give it to the freshman, Ricky Roca, spinning out of tackles, diving for the pylon. That's a 21-yard score for number 21, make it 15-7. But Jimtown had an immediate answer. Mason Castro, number 1, is the Jimmy's kicker, but turns out he's also a heck of a kick returner. Made that one guy miss. How about another as well? And now the race is on. 90 yards later, he would get pushed out at the 5.
That's the kicker.
That's the kicker.
Special teams player of the week,
He's a football player as well, right? That would lead to a touchdown. Now, Jimmy Sr. Trevor Hobbs posted this note from his coach, Campbell, on Twitter. Hydrate or you'll cramp, you won't play, you won't have friends, you'll die alone. Really some horrible things happen. And Hobbs got the message.
Looks like they're hydrated.
I think he's pretty hydrated. Had some Gatorade, picks off a pass, obeying his coach. That led to Kenny Kern's 3rd touchdown run of the night. Jimtown wins 27-7 over their county neighbors.
Good things happen when you listen to the coach. All right, we've got old NSC rivals, now new NSC rivals. Bremen hosting Glenn tonight. Pick it up in the second half. Grant Klockow breaking tackles. He's got a wall of blockers, and he's going to take it all the way for the touchdown. And Bremen is in business. That is 1 touchdown for Mr. Klockow. Let's see if we can give him the ball again and take it in from a little shorter. Untouched. Boy, no grass stains on his pants. He's not getting tackled tonight. After that, they go for 2. Brett Lauterbach's going to take it in. Pretty good night for Bremen tonight as they poured on to beat Glenn 28-12.
No need for detergent down there. LaVille tied for first in the new Hoosier North Conference after a couple impressive wins. Lancers hosting Knox, already up big and adding to it. Ethan Curte past the line. No one's going to catch him. Lancers outscoring their opponents by over 100 points through 3 games, and they win again tonight big, 32-7.
All right, we're off to a good start. We mentioned the rivalries tonight. As far as they go, gets no better than this next one, and we know that. St. Joe and Marion have played so many times over the years, sometimes in the regular season, sometimes for as much as the sectional crown. Well, tonight, it doesn't even count in the conference standings now that they've reshuffled the NIC, but that's not going to make it any less important to those kids who are strapping on the pads. WSBT-22's Adam Derengowski was at Oltowski Field all night and joins us now from the live desk. Adam, what a ball game.
Guys, Marion head coach Reggie Glahn told me the hype and maybe a little bit of trash talk started last Sunday in church as parents, fans, and players saw the Holy War game on the schedule. The focus for both of these teams was ignoring the buildup and treating this like any other game, but let's face it, that's easier said than done when the Knights and St. Joe meet on the football field. This one has been close in recent history as over the last 10 meetings, each of these 2 teams have won 5 games. Knights with a 7-0 lead early. Marion at the 1. Bryce Tomasi lowers his helmet. The QB breaks the plane for the touchdown as Marion goes up by 2 scores early in the game. Then later in the half, Tomasi drops back to throw, finds a streaking Joey Ravato over the middle for the touchdown, and then Joe takes a selfie with the Marion faithful. Knights go up 21-0. In the second half, the Knights go to the ground. Dominic Rulli, the inside handoff as he rumbles in from 7 yards out. The Knights now dominating at this point, 28-0. And it was a sweet combo once. Why not try it again? Tomasi on the play action fake will loft this one over the middle for Ravato, who is in the end zone for 6. Marion dominates this year's Holy War by a final of 41-0.
Well, we treated it like another game. We blocked, we tackled, we ran. We were focused on the things that we had to. We didn't buy into the hype. Our guys had a mission. They wanted to check this off their list as a goal, and we're real proud of it.
This is probably the best feeling in the world right now. Man, I love my teammates. We did a great job. Respect to St. Joe. I respect all the players. We just fought our hearts out tonight. We did great.
So a surprisingly lopsided game gives Marion the bragging rights in the Holy War for yet another season. Guys, back to you.
All right, Adam, thanks a lot.
Ouch, man.
I'm going to remember that one for a long time, the kids from Marion. That's all right. It's a long season.
Yeah.
St. Joe always good in the playoffs.
True.
Been a rough start to the season so far for the South Bend City Schools. Carl.
Yeah, if you add them up, Adams, Riley, Clay, Washington, all winless so far 2 weeks into the
But
season.
something's got to change because they're playing each other tonight. We're going to start over Clay. These highlights coming to us courtesy of Phil Williams at WETL.
He's coming for
Doing a
our
little
job,
shooting for us.
apparently.
That's right. Washington's down. Michael Hankerson cuts to the outside and puts the Panthers up 14-6. Now it's Jalen Lee's turn. Look at him breaking tackles, going into the end zone, standing up as Clay pads the lead. And then Washington would end up ending this game on a 35-0 run. Anthony Brazier, his second of 2 touchdowns on the night. Washington gets win number 1 on the year, 42-6 over South Bend Clay. Again, thanks to Phil Will for that highlight. Over at School Field, South Bend Adams put a hurting on Riley tonight, 46-6. Gabe Brooks, 6 touchdowns in all. And Penn goes on the road to a suburb of Detroit and beats a very good Birmingham Rice team, 29-7, courtesy of 4 rushing touchdowns from their quarterback, Camden Bone. And Mishawaka also went out on the road tonight. They went down to Indianapolis Cathedral to take on that traditional power. Got off to a late start because of some lightning in the area. Right now, they are trailing Cathedral 35-18 early in the 3rd quarter. But again, that's going to be a late start.
Yeah, time to make a comeback potentially.
Perhaps. If not, we'll see the Cavemen back here in town next week. All right, we're going to take a quick time out, but when we come back tonight on Friday Night Football Fever, another great rivalry as Plymouth takes the short ride down the US 30 and invades Warsaw. We'll show you who comes out ahead when Friday Night Fever